How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well this weekend. I hope you're here to enjoy some HeptaCraft. We're heading into some of the early rounds of the losers bracket. We blasted through the winners bracket. It's actually been quite fast. It's only been an hour and a half, and I've casted 3 rounds. 3 rounds of the winners bracket. So I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Kerocero versus GoldenCreep. Now, obviously, I know how to pronounce GoldenCreep, but hopefully I'm pronouncing kerocero right. I don't know about these players. I've not seen them before, so I'm intrigued. It looks like we have a silver player here and then an unranked player here, so we might see some lower level play. And I'm interested to cast this because I want to show some folks that there are lower level people that play HeptaCraft. So if you're lower level and you feel tentative to get into it, give it a shot. I mean, it's not going to kill you. You know, it's in my opinion, it's quite fun. And I'm a low level player. So give it a shot. Okay, so in the bottom right, we have Kerocero choosing between Dominion and Raiders, getting Dominion. In the bottom left, in the bottom right, we have a Swarm Covenant random, getting Covenant. So we have Dominion v Covenant. This might not be something we've seen before either. Every new game, I'm thinking like, oh, this is something we haven't seen. Woohoo! And that's the coolest thing about HeptaCraft. 7 sub-factions means there's 49 unique matchups. It's really exciting. 49, is that right? Should just be 7 squared? I don't know. I took a lot of actuarial classes in college, so you'd think that I would know a lot about probability, but honestly, that was a long time ago, and I mostly just work with technology now. So, already we have our fast Tal'Darim Anvil from GoldenCreep. Now, we haven't seen any Covenant yet. We haven't seen any Covenant yet in this tournament, but one thing that tends to happen with Covenant is you'll see a fast Anvil. You get that fast magazine with a fast Anvil, and then you'll see a really, really fast devotee. Keep in mind your devotees, they look like blood hunters, and when they die, you get some energy on your mothership, and it saves up, and you can warp an ascendance with those dead devotees, but you need the devotees to be dead if you want ascendance later, which is a pretty interesting, really interesting thing, if you ask me. All right, we've got our Dominion SCV coming to scout GoldenCreep, and Kerocero just finishing up his first barracks. So, big thing with Dominion is whether we're going to see a bio build, which can be very, very powerful, or we're going to see a factory, an early bunker. Very early bunker from Kerocero, and it's down at his second ramp, so I suppose he's anticipating those early devotees. Here comes the first one. Keep in mind, these devotees are super fast. They have a 4.2 movement speed, and I've watched enough HeptaCraft to actually know that off the top of my head. I'm proud of myself. The more you know, the more you learn. Okay, so Kerocero, seeing what's happening, coming out from GoldenCreep, so he's throwing down his bunker. He's going to put his Marine inside of it. Now, I don't know. I mean, my opinion, I was just commenting. I'm not a very high-level player. I'm in Platinum, so I can't really comment and say a bunker is what's necessary here. My gut reaction is saying, I don't know if a bunker is the best choice, because the devotee, if you get more than one, is just going to run right by the bunker. And it'll take a lot of hits, but it'll just run by it. Granted, it won't be able to get through this wall, so I suppose this is fine, especially if Kerocero wants to get a fast expansion. First devotee out from GoldenCreep, actually not even moving across the map. We may see multiple devotees because he wants to move with several of them at the same time. We have a lot of Mobius magazines coming up, too. He is supply blocked. I mean, we've all been there, right? You know, you need more supply. You must construct additional pylons. Oh, shit. And then you build like 6 of them at a time because you panic. I do that all the time. I do that all the time. Fast Tal'Darim Citadel. So that will allow him to make ascendants, but he needs those devotees to be dead first. So we'll see what he decides to do if he's going to send these across the map. Because keep in mind, even if he knows he can't get anything done, he needs them dead if he wants ascendants. He is getting that Citadel. So it looks like he's either going to get... Maybe he might do some fast Vanguards. No expansion from either player. Well, here's a command center coming out from Kerocero. He'll be able to lift this and float it down, and if he wants, he can turn it into a planetary fortress. So it's really just what he chooses to do, what GoldenCreep's going to do, if he's going to turn these into ascendants or try to eventually, or... See, yeah, 2 more devotees, and no Mobius tech at all. He doesn't even have his Mobius compound. That's where you can double build cheap Mobius robotic units, nothing like that. So we will see. I mean, GoldenCreep, even with 3 or 4 ascendants, may have trouble against this bunker. Dominion is very defensive-oriented, so 450 base hit points on this bunker is pretty significant. I also just noticed it's kind of cool how your adjutant picture for the Dominion is a hologram of Mensk. That's pretty cool. I also noticed, that's pretty cool, your advisor portrait changes based on your Protoss and Mobius selections here. That's really neat. So 5 5 devotees coming out and no expansion from either player. Why do I keep saying that? Kerocero blatantly having expansion out. Whoopsie daisy. So what do we have coming out here? Dark Cult Summoning. What does this even do? Reduces build time for devotees by 25%. And then going for Whirlwind. I've never seen either of these things get upgraded ever by Covenant. So this is actually really cool. We may see these devotees get across the map, have these upgrades done, and then see something really cool. So they're going to just blast through biological units, I think. Granted, they don't have charge, but they already move so fast, 4.2 movement speed, and here he goes, running across the map with his 4 devotees. And honestly, from his perspective, if these die, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, you want to do some damage, right? You'd want them to do something, but if they don't, you turn them into Ascendants. Boom, you got your Citadel up, and there you go. And he's just running around the bunker, and it looks like Kerocero upping his supply depot just in time, and here go those devotees. Unloading the bunker, well done, Kerocero, and getting rid of 1 medic at least. Trying to get the second one, so that's 4 devotees down, which can immediately be turned into Ascendants. Well, not immediately. There's a 20-second cooldown. It used to be like 4 seconds. It was crazy. Okay, and we'll see again, that Whirlwind might actually be really, really helpful moving forward, and he's getting a second Citadel. This doesn't seem right. Is that what he meant to get? It was possible that he was trying to get a mech pit, but instead he threw down a Tal'Darim Citadel. I am confused, and I'm going to assume it was a mistake. And here's a Cerberus. These are those really, really fast Hellion-type units. Now we have some Warbots out, and there goes the burn gas ability, allowing that Cerberus to get away from the units that are chasing it. Here come the devotees that are super, super fast. Cerberus now have to be upgraded if you want them to shoot while moving, which is nice because they used to be just so powerful by Dominion. That Cerberus going down before it could really do anything. Some workers getting killed. I mean, the worker that was building the Mobius Command Dome goes down. Keep in mind, these Command Domes can't float, so you actually have to build them in a location that you want them to be. You can relocate them with the mothership, but that's kind of a pain in the butt because the mothership is so slow. And Kerocero blasting out so many upgrades, U-238 shells, and now coming across with Marines and heavy infantry. And we'll see if these are going to be able to get through. I mean, Psionic Orbs here are going to be really important. And if GoldenCreep doesn't get some Psionic Orbs out, there's going to be a problem. Let's see how he reacts right here. No orbs. No orbs yet. Still no orbs yet. Still no orbs yet. The Ascendant's going to go down before being able to use Psionic Orbs. And that was a big thing right here. Granted, he's still able to hold on, but he lost his Ascendants as Kerocero continues to rally up, realizing it's possible that he's ahead. These Warbots are tanky. They just move slow. And, oh, the Warbot goes down, but here comes another one. Getting rid of him. 2 more Warbots, and we will see how GoldenCreep reacts to this, getting another 2 more devotees out. And let's keep an eye on Kerocero to see what he's going for. Looks like a primarily bio build. 3 more barracks going out. What's he going to do with this starport? We'll see. Maybe he's going to get some of these Valkyries for anti-air. Maybe if he wants to try to snipe the mothership. If you can get rid of the Tal'Darim mothership, they have to rebuild it from their command dome, which can be expensive and time-consuming. Alrighty. So we've got more Cerberus coming out. No tanks. Now, I think the Crucio tanks... Are they Crucio tanks? Yeah. Crucio tanks. GoldenCreep now commenting that he built 2 Citadels. Whoops. That's okay, I think. I mean, in the long run, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I mean, if you meant to build a mech pit and you'd hope to have some Vanguards out at this point, that might be a problem. Okay, so is he able to get... He's able to get 3 more Ascendants if he wants them over time here. And mech pits, I mean, Vanguards... Well, they're not Vanguards, they're Harriers. Cerberus Harriers. They're not Cerberus either. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Cerberus are the Hellion-type harassment units from the Dominion. The Tal'Darim Harriers are the Vanguard-type Immortals that do huge splash damage. All right, GoldenCreep deciding to move across the map. If he would have gotten a mech pit here, that might have been huge for him because those just eat up biological units unless you can dodge their attacks. And now, after an early attack by Kerocero, GoldenCreep barely able to hold on, now moving across the map. We'll see if he can use those Psionic Orbs to any extent here. And if he can definitely get rid of these biological units very fast. Keep in mind, 20 damage per second to all enemies along its path. It used to do 10, I think, and so Summerloud made it 20. So Psionic Orb, very good, very, very powerful. Nothing is in this bunker, actually. There's the Whirlwind. Oh, that did so much damage on top of the stim. And now hopping inside that bunker. The bunker actually about half dead. And Kerocero now going to try to do some follow-up here. Shooting out a Psionic Orb to kind of cover him as he decides to turn around and go for this. And the Dominion medics trying to heal up what's left. And these units, it's just this bunker's actually in a really, really good spot. That Psionic Orb was huge. by GoldenCreep. He wants to get rid of this bunker so badly. He has another Sonic Orb on this Ascendant. The Ascendant's going to try to get away. A Sonic Orb goes down and actually getting picked up by the Medivacs. kerocero, really excellent control there, picking those units up so that they did not die to the Sonic Orb. And that was really, really excellent in my opinion. He was able to hold on to those units and forcing GoldenCreep to leave because I think he only has enough energy for one more Sonic Orb. So we saw some really good Sonic Orbs there, but also some really good control by kerocero. And the big question is, how are these players going to react to this? Lots and lots of Marines and Medics coming out from kerocero as he is now starting his Valkyries as well. Though I'm not sure, again, the only thing that the Valkyries can really hit at this point is the Mothership, so maybe he's going to try to hit that. Huge, 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 huge focus here on Tal'Darim units by GoldenCreep. He's got these Warbots out here as some beef to kind of soak up some hits, but he has so many Ascendants out, and he's got the money to do it too. He has so much gas, he can just keep warping in these Ascendants, and he's just getting more and more of these devotees. He researched what he needed to beef them up. He's also getting his Tal'Darim armor, which is interesting because I rarely ever see that. And we've got fast tracks coming up, which will increase the speed of the Warbots, and the Warbots can shoot while moving, so once you get fast track, they're actually really, really versatile units. Meanwhile, kerocero actually has his third base set up. It's just he's going this heavy bio build, which actually may, the thing is, these Tal'Darim units with Whirlwind, if he ever decides to actually tech into Harriers, with Psionic Orb, is just going to tear through biological units, unless kerocero can do what he's already done, though, and have some really good control and move his biological units out of the way of the Psionic Orbs. And that's the scariest part, and this is why maybe you want to get some Crucio Siege tanks out, because they're kind of your core unit as Dominion. They just do so much damage. Here we go. And they're defensive focused. Even just having one at the top of a ramp will almost always stop your opponent from coming at you. It looked like kerocero sent probably a Cerberus up here to harass a little bit, but what he did see, he saw everything that was here. There's 6 Ascendants and all have several Sonic Orbs. This is honestly horrifying for any large group of weak units like this. So we'll see what happens here. I'm actually really intrigued to see how these players are how this is going to go down in the next engagement. Keep in mind, the Sonic Orbs are actually quite slow, and they're not too hard to avoid, assuming you move out of the way because of how slow they are. And here are those devotees. They are so fast. They're at 5.6. Did they get another upgrade that allows them to move faster? This doesn't seem right. That's crazy. All right, and here's one Medivac moving through. It's going to get picked up. Oh, full Medivac getting picked off by the Warbots. That was just bad timing, I think, by kerocero. Just unlucky timing. And here comes GoldenCreep going to try to push through, and the majority of kerocero's units were inside of that Medivac, I think. And the Ibex cannon's getting activated here. On the planetary fortress, there is enough energy for even more. He's going to have to keep using that. 75 energy. He's going to probably have to use this again. Sonic Orbs going down and more Ibex cannons. These Ibex cannons are being really, really effective. Does he have enough energy for another one? Not quite, but all of the devotees going down. Here are the Sonic Orbs damaging all the buildings within their path. And we have a huge amount of bio units, but these Sonic Orbs, they're all dissipating before they can really get close to these. More Sonic Orbs going down and just ravaging these buildings. And kerocero deciding when to move out. He's thinking, if there's no more Sonic Orbs, he's gonna have to bank that they're out of energy. Any other Sonic Orbs? I don't see another one going down. There's one Sonic Orb. Oh god! And it's hitting all the Marines that just spawned as well, trying to get rid of all of these Warbots, and actually getting rid of a lot of them, trying to run away from the Sonic Orbs. Most of these guys are out of energy now. I don't think he has enough energy for any more. kerocero managing to hold on. He does have a third base as well, so let's check the income tab. kerocero actually still ahead in income. He may be able to counterattack on top of this. All of these Ascendants are out of energy, and it looks like GoldenCreep, he's going to be able to spawn some more for sure, just because he has more dead devotees. He's able to get at least 2 more, but they won't spawn with enough energy for a Psionic Orb. So what are both players doing right now? Actually, kerocero getting his 3rd level of ground upgrades. So, he managed to survive that AoE onslaught, accidentally just killing one of his own Marines there, but still, that was an incredible hold by kerocero, in my opinion. GoldenCreep, he did throw all of his Psionic Orbs down on these buildings, thinking that kerocero maybe didn't have any units left, and that might have been the issue for GoldenCreep at that point, because he risked using all of his energy right there. Okay, so what's GoldenCreep going to do to hang on here? It looks like he's teching into droids right now, which are going to heal up his Warbots. The Warbots, honestly, are better than people give them credit for, in my opinion. I am still just enthralled with how fast these units are. Is it that Whirlwind gives them a movement boost speed too? 5.6 is just nuts. Oh, geez. Okay, Kerocero is trapped on the ramp. A Psionic Orb here with... Oh, God, I'm waiting for it to happen. It's not happening. There's the Psionic Orb. Run, Kerocero, run. More Psionic Orbs going down. Maybe overkill. Don't go into the Psionic Orbs. I shouldn't be telling the players what to do. I'm a backseat gamer who wouldn't be performing too well in this situation myself. But that AoE is just really, really scary. I just noticed the droids can actually attack while healing. That's pretty good. Kerocero, though, big drop in the main, getting rid of a lot of the supply structures here, actually. And is he supply blocking GoldenCreep? He's actually not, because GoldenCreep has a low number of really powerful units. Trying to get this medevac out of here. Does it have boosters? It doesn't. You have to research that. And we'll see only the warbots can attack it. The warbots taking down another full medevac, but a huge bio attack running across the map from Kerocero. Getting rid of one devotee before it can whirlwind too much. Trying to pick up some of these devotees, and it looks like there aren't too many with enough energy. One Psionic Orb going down. Got a stim to get away from those. Good control by Kerocero. And we have +3 infantry armor coming out from Kerocero, but that's not going to protect him against the Psionic Orbs. Oh my god, the orbs! Ah! They're horrifying. More stims going down. He's trying to move in and pick off as many of these units as he can, but running right into a Psionic Orb and getting cleaned up right there. And I'm interested to look at the units lost. The resources lost by Kerocero is crazy. Now we see some Cobras coming out by GoldenCreep to do some harassment, but they're both getting picked up before they can get across the map. Those have been excellent harassment tools. Both these players just back and forth constantly. They're never taking a breath. And wow, huge Psionic Orbs, and even though Kerocero is ahead in income, he's just throwing his units into the grinder, into the Psionic Orbs, but uh-oh. Two heavy infantry going to try to chase down these remaining Ascendants, and I don't think GoldenCreep has the ability to get any more. How much energy does he have? He has no more energy to get any more. Now he's starting to get his Harriers. Here's where he gets the Harriers. This devotee is going to go down. Oh, no, he's not. He actually takes down 2 heavy infantry. So, how many Ascendants does he have left? He really big focus on Tal'Darim units right now, and I'm interested to see. It looks like no. I was thinking maybe GoldenCreep would try to tech into hybrids, but he's going heavy Tal'Darim this map, and it's really working out for him. Once he gets these Harriers, you'll see what I was talking about. They function just like Vanguards from the campaign. They can do huge AoE damage, but their attacks are dodgeable. It may not seem like it, but you can dodge their attacks. And here we go. And they're very expensive, but let's check this out. They do have friendly fire, so that's going to kill your own devotees. Granted, there are no melee units in this group. They have a minimum range, and they attack ground, so you can dodge them. So it's very clear what they can do. Now, this is interesting. It looks like Kerocero's going to go around the actual standard small bridge, along with a drop. Keep in mind, these medevacs can load up with, it looks like, how many units can they hold? These medevacs can hold like 16 units. It's crazy. This drop is huge right now. Oh, dear. So GoldenCreep going to have to try to hold on here with his Ascendants. There's the Vanguard shots going down. Huge Psionic Orbs. So many units going down. So many units going down, allowing that Harrier to continue smashing through, and it's going to be able to destroy buildings very quickly. But meanwhile, Kerocero, he stimmed his units to death, but he's taking out all of these tech structures. Oh, one Harrier, though, at home. One Harrier might be able to hold on before it goes down. The heavy infantry, goes down to the Ascendant's auto attack. Wow. This game is so close. Kerocero, he's so ahead in supply. If he's able to use his money and just build units and hold on against this attack, GoldenCreep has no supply structures left. And it looks like Kerocero was able to clean up those remaining units and may be able to go on the counteroffensive now. He still has 4 bases up, whereas GoldenCreep has done the best he can, holding on to just 2 bases. But those 2 big drops from Kerocero really crippled him. Now trying to throw down all of these supply structures. And again, this is what I'm talking about. You can play low-level HeptaCraft, and it's so entertaining to still watch. Both these players doing an excellent job to hold off, and this has been close the whole time. Kerocero, though, now his income advantage is going to come into huge effect, I think, where he's going to be able to just start sending units en masse across the map. Now, unfortunately for GoldenCreep, he does not have the income he needs to get more Harriers, and he doesn't have any dead devotees. He doesn't have the money to get more devotees because he lost his anvil. Now, he's trying to get that advanced ballistics, which increases Harrier's range to something absurd, but down goes the mothership, and I would say that anytime you see a Tal'Darim mothership die, an angel gets his wings, because that usually signals the downfall of Amon's forces here. As GoldenCreep GGing. And this was an excellent game to watch, I think. I'm not sure if he's waiting around to see if maybe Kerocero will give him a GG back. That's just something about StarCraft 2 I've noticed that's kind of strange, is there's always a defensive GG. In the olden days, there was a GG from the defender who was losing, and then their opponent would GG as well, and both players would leave. In StarCraft 2, you say GG and you just leave, which is interesting. Just an interesting cultural difference, if you will, between the communities between the two games.